Hey guys, and welcome to our review for Deadpool 2, starring Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Marina Baccarin, Zazie Beetz, among several others.
Lots of others.
TJ Miller,
others.
Yeah. Although since disowned.
Yeah.
Directed by David Leitch. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
Deadpool 2. Pumped.
This guy's hype. I can't tell.
You love the first one, right?
Love the first one.
Also joining us is Tyler Switolski.
Forgot my name for a second. That's okay though.
I want to...
You're in and out so much.
Tyler Switolski!
Can you do that from now on, please?
Let's go.
That was super nice. I loved it.
Then in the red corner, Adam Freeney.
Weighing in at 310 pounds,
That's rude.
the Red Beard Dragon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey,
yell.
guys.
Don't yell.
It's Deadpool
Tim,
2.
can you give us a synopsis of Deadpool 2
Oh,
for
boy.
the viewers?
Yeah. Deadpool puts together a group of other mutants to stop Cable, a time-traveling mercenary, from killing a young and troubled mutant.
Spoiler.
No. Sorry.
Tim, I know you love the first Deadpool.
The first one's so fine.
This guy fucking hates it. This guy
What
doesn't
do you think of Deadpool 2? What's your first impression? What's your initial reaction?
First one's like a 3, right? Yeah, this one? This
To
one?
you psycho.
I laughed like once in this movie.
Oh!
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's fine.
He hates Deadpool.
The action was better, I think.
John Wick, right?
John Wick.
The
Action.
story is that thin. So thin.
It's pretty thin.
Would you call it
Um,
T2 with Deadpool?
No, T2's amazing.
No, but
I get where you're going, yes. Yeah, I don't think that the story worked at all.
Really?
And then I don't think it just got ruined by the post-credit scene as well, where we get into that in spoilers. That totally negates this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So that I think that was stupid. Like, I get it's like so meta, and that was the problem with
We'll
movie.
get
This
into it.
movie, I don't think there's any joke that's not a reference to something meta in this one. Like, the first one had a lot of like actual like jokes. This is just almost straight pop culture references.
Super meta.
So many that it wasn't funny. Like, this movie was not funny to me at all.
I know a joke that wasn't
I laughed like once.
baby legs.
That was so stupid.
You didn't laugh.
I didn't laugh.
What was the one thing?
I
you laughed
don't
at?
think that
even
was well
remember.
done.
Were you by yourself in the theater? Like, was
No,
one
theater was like fairly full. One guy ahead of
Our
me
theater
was
was
like loving
cackling.
it. This one guy was like clapping at shit. I'm like, he's like, yes, yeah. I'm like, dude, calm down. It's not funny.
Our theater was
Dude, he
boring.
loved it.
Ugh.
Say that.
Don't hate on his
Ugh.
opinion.
Interesting.
And
All
my
film is subjective.
So you liked it less than the first one? Is that where you're going?
potentially yes. I think that's my movie where I landed. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go the opposite. I think you were gonna say,
I like Cable. I thought he was pretty cool.
On Cable.
You didn't think that was thin?
What
he was
his
Jack,
His
bro.
existence?
Yeah. The whole movie's thin.
Right.
There's not much to it.
Well, he wasn't thin physically.
Yeah, he physically was jacked.
Fucking
as well.
He
shredded.
was swole.
Deadpool's not a deep.
No, but
character,
just like
let's
no
be honest.
clearly
Also
defined
meta
villain either. Like, who's the villain? Is it Julian Dennison? Is it Cable? Is it the Headmaster? Like, pick one and
All of them.
make that character threatening or something. Because don't care.
There was a threatening character later on.
Don't care. Ouch.
The PS4 character, like the guy that looks like a video game character. That guy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Like
Terrible.
DCG.
Very CG. Horribly
Spoiler?
CG.
But threatening.
Like, why would you rip off the sleeves and do more skin because it looked that bad? Like, that was just a terrible idea. Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong about what I thought about this movie.
It's
well,
I don't know. It's fine.
Ty,
It's fine.
did you see this movie?
Yeah, that's the real question. Before we get to whether you liked it, have you seen it?
Because you didn't show up to our showtime that you had tickets
My
for.
seats remained empty.
And then Phil had to sit in
Shout
the
out to
next
Phil.
row
Yeah.
by himself.
Why did he just sit in my seat?
Because by the time
We
you
didn't
didn't
know.
show up
We
till
didn't know
the...
if you were coming.
We didn't know.
It was very meta.
Yeah.
Poor Phil.
So meta.
Poor Phil.
He didn't like it either, really.
Phil. Interesting.
Yeah, you didn't think it was very funny.
I'll put it out there. I did see it.
Shout out to
Okay.
Phil.
There was a 10 o'clock show that I went and saw.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I saw that.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And it was good.
Tell us how you really feel.
Not as good as the first one.
No.
I was very, I don't know, I was kind of let down by this a little bit. There were some things that I did like more. Like, you know, I thought like some of the action sequences were a lot better.
But other than that, like some of the, what can you?
That face was weird.
You'll have to see it when you watch the episode.
I thought the CG parts of it were really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like they seemed like very poorly done.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole like there's these two characters that just fight. And it was just poorly done to me. Like it seemed like it was so fake.
Hung a lantern on it.
But it's referenced, so it's funny, right?
Yeah.
No. It's
No,
cheap. It's
like
cheap.
we've seen that stuff done before. And it looked fantastic. This looked like shit.
Yeah.
Like that fight looked so fake.
But it was funny because they said it was gonna look like shit.
Yeah, they're like, big CGI fight coming up.
Yeah. No.
That doesn't make it better.
That's an excuse. I thought that the Ryan Reynolds baby legs, it looked really poorly done to me. Like they should have just done that.
Yeah.
Like it looked
It looked
so
like
bad.
shit.
It looked like shit.
Like they should have like found a way to do it practical.
I thought the joke was funny,
I laughed out loud.
but
the joke,
it looked bad.
the idea of it, I thought was funny, but like when I saw it, it's just like this looks so fake. Like nothing about this looks like, and it looked so fake that it made it less funny for me. Because like if this was done properly, it would have been better.
I have a question. Like, they never really fully explained his powers. Like, so, well, I guess a little bit. Like, sometimes he'll have body parts that get blown apart.
Yeah.
And then they just magically end up back normal.
Yeah.
Like in the next scene.
Yeah.
And then there's other moments where, like, he has baby legs or, like...
Yeah, like, did
his
he regrow his
hands
whole
or-
body in that one part? Or
Yeah, like, I don't...
did he just put them back together? And
That's
just,
what I
like,
mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't know.
Right?
Don't know.
So, but it's sort of like a convenience for baby
Yeah.
legs to happen.
Like there was some like there was I liked
Minor nitpick.
like a lot of introduction. Like I thought like they introduced all like the X-Force pretty well. I thought that was pretty cool.
Even the Vanisher.
Vanisher, I thought I was laughing so hard at the Vanisher.
Oh.
Like he's just sitting there. And it's like I don't know if he's here. Like, I thought that was funny. Like and then
Great performance.
stuff that happens, and I was just like, duh! I was just like, no, they did not. Peter.
Oh, I liked Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, yeah.
That was funny.
Hilarious.
Just like no, I just saw the ad, guys. I'm just here. I just want to join. He goes, "You're in." Like,
Defender.
yeah, just fucking pissed. Like that was like there was a lot of good moments to it, but like to me the good didn't outweigh like the potential that could have been great. Like I feel like this movie, maybe it was overhyped. Like because the first one was just so good to me. Like maybe it's just like. It,
Definitely hyped up.
Yeah, like I think it might have been too overhyped. I don't know. I still think that Ryan Reynolds was great as Deadpool. Like I still think he was fantastic. I don't like some of the direction that they took in this, like with certain characters. Certain things happen, which we can't really say because it's pretty spoiler. It happens in the first like 5 minutes. But it's just like, that seems weird. I don't know. I wouldn't have done that.
We'll get into that stuff.
We'll get into that. But yeah, overall, I was kind of
A little
let down.
underwhelmed.
Yeah, a little underwhelmed. Like I expected
Hated it.
more potential. Like there was more potential.
What do you think, Adam?
What do I think?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? I think.
I think you liked it.
You think I like?
I think you liked it.
Yeah,
You
did
liked
like
it. You son of a bitch.
Shit, he's gonna say love.
I liked it a lot. I'm a Blockbuster guy now, I guess, man. I'm a Blockbuster fan now.
Ty's like, I don't know, there
make
wasn't
some
enough
fucking-
emotional
What is
moments.
happening here?
I was expecting more. You're like a cinephile now. and
Is
you're
that
just
what
a
this
fucking
feels like?
meathead
Just disappointment.
pleb.
Meathead pleb, embracing my roots. Yeah, I liked
You
it a
make me
lot.
sick.
I thought it was very funny. I have to disagree, Timothy. I laughed out loud multiple times, as Scott can attest to.
I can attest.
Sat beside him. I love baby legs. I love the.
You didn't think it was
You
poorly
screamed
done?
a couple times.
I screamed.
Like that?
No, I thought it was hilarious. Like I thought it looked pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Deadpool's a low budget, cheap,
No, it's not.
schlocky thing. What do you mean? No, it's not.
Deadpool was like the second one was not a low budget film.
Like 70 million. If you want to compare it to like other superhero movies, like Infinity War, like 300 million.
Like compared to what they did before, like
Which was like, what, 20 or something like that? Something stupid?
Yeah, it looks about on par with the first one, budget wise.
it is.
Which is sad.
First
Which
one's
is sad.
65. This one was like 75. I want to say, like 80.
oh, that's
But
weird. I
they
thought it was
just
way
did
different.
more CG. The first one, there wasn't very much CG.
I agree with
and
that.
when it did, it didn't look great.
The PS4 character looked like a PS4 character.
What? I'm missing this. What is that?
Big dude.
Big
The helmet.
Chrome Dome.
helmet.
Oh,
It's a
okay, yeah.
spoiler to say.
Gotcha,
everything.
okay.
Looked pretty rough. No, I think that
Budget.
is really high.
$110 million.
Really? Over 100 million. Where did it go?
But there was just more CG.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's just more
There's
of
a
it.
large percent of CG
It's
in
the
this.
same quality, but just more of it.
See, I think the CG in the first one was better. I didn't...
Well, because
it
it was less of it.
It was
And
less
you-
noticeable, though. It wasn't
Yeah,
as...
it was less.
Work hand. It's like looked good, and the baby legs didn't really look good in this.
They could have done that practically,
Neither
though.
did
They could have had, like,
the-
someone, like
the third
fucking
leg.
through the couch with, like, their legs just hanging out. They could have done that practically. And it would have looked so much better.
Yeah, true. That's true. That would have been amazing. That real baby legs.
Yeah, like, that would have been
I
so...
feel like it would have been hard to do.
Yeah, it would have been so cheap, too. Like, they would have
shoulda
had
got,
to do,
They
like,
should have got Andy Serkis to like do like baby
mocap baby legs.
Like mocap is real dick through the
Yeah.
Jesus.
through the Basic Instinct part. No, I don't. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it
That
as
was
much as the
hilarious.
first one. I don't think like the first one is deep. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was like Deadpool's supposed to be a meta.
Well, it's the
funny
first one that
character.
was done like that, right? It was the first Superman movie to be done like this, I think.
Yeah, and I love the
At
balls
least,
of
at
this
least
one.
big one, yeah.
Like again, I guess so. It's spoiler, but the first day out, like for the X-Force, I thought was amazing.
Hilarious.
Like I couldn't believe I'm like I can't believe they're being allowed to do this.
Yeah.
Like I thought they just went like balls to the walls, like Deadpool's doing coke, just like smashes that thing into his face. Like how many?
Tim's deadpan right
It's
now.
just insane.
It's not funny.
It wasn't funny.
It's
Like,
so dumb.
if you-
did coke, that's hilarious. Not.
Before Deadpool 1 came out, if I read you a list and was like, "There's gonna be a superhero movie where it opens." Can I say the opening? Is it spoiler? It's obviously not.
He explodes himself.
He opens. The superhero is going to open by committing suicide and is eventually going to do coke and get torn apart and like all this shit and like blah blah blah. Spoiler things I can't say. But I was just like, I don't know. I just got a kick out of Deadpool 1 and 2. I'm like, how are they allowed to do this?
Tim not enjoying this at all.
Like the first
It
one
was very
before,
comfortable.
and I like this one equally.
I'm gonna jump in.
I'm so sorry, Tim. But I get how like if you don't like it, it's not. There's no substance. Yeah, it's just a funny.
I mean,
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
I understand.
it's not funny.
Well,
I get.
right.
I
It's
get.
comedy. It's not funny.
I get Tim.
Four.
Tim, I feel you. Adam, I feel you as well.
Ah.
Like, yeah, it's like it's
Tired
juvenile.
nothing.
It's basic. It's
The fuck?
It's
That's
that,
the source material. That's
it's
what
that
this character
low-hanging
is,
fruit.
though.
and that's the thing is, I love Deadpool, like the character, like in the comics, the games, and everything. Like
Yeah.
super meta, just super fucked up and weird, and breaking the fourth wall constantly. And
Almost too much, though.
but that's Deadpool.
No,
You
but like,
know?
Yeah,
and
it
the
sounds
first
like
one they
no
did like
one-
they did it only did it like a few times.
I'm talking Deadpool, like comic Deadpool,
Yeah, yeah.
constantly talking to the viewer.
This was like the first one on crack. That's how I would describe
Yeah.
this.
Honestly, I don't think they went far enough with like Deadpool. Like Deadpool could go further, like the character.
I was
And
thinking
being
like how
super fucked up.
how much further can you really like? He was making like molestation jokes and stuff like that. I was
Anyways.
like, whoa.
I like Deadpool too. I don't think
So
it has its faults, and I agree heavily with the end credits issue. Really is like I like it, but there's that kind of hanging over the whole movie for me. Ryan Reynolds is perfect. Honestly, everyone's good. I mean, Zazie Beetz as Domino,
Love
I
it.
thought she was great.
Yeah,
like
I-
she stole scenes.
Yeah.
And I just love her like power.
Yeah.
It's just like amazing.
It's like everything works out in her favor.
It's just sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
That was
the
perfect for me
coolest.
because that's what I said about Domino when I found out her power. I
Yeah.
was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. How's luck of power?
Yeah.
And
But then when you
Deadpool's
see it in
constantly saying
action,
it.
in the action sequences,
Yeah.
it just works out just perfectly. How things, she's just so lucky.
Yeah.
That it's just, I don't know. It's just such an awesome, like, ability, I guess. And Josh Brolin is great. Cable is sick.
Shredded.
I think the CG on him looked good. The green screen.
Yeah, I think that's
on
where
his
most
body.
of the money went to was
Like
his-
he looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the effect when he's like looking at his like chest
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, that looks sick.
Mhm.
What's his name? What's that kid? Julian Dennison.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little cringe.
Yeah.
He wasn't great.
He's my least favorite part, I think. And I love him in Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah.
He was kind of cringe.
Everyone else was fine, I guess. The only thing is, like, the whole, like, emotional aspect of this film kind of, I don't know, I just don't think it needed that in a Deadpool movie.
I didn't like that part.
You know, with Marina Baccarin's character and also with Julian Dennison, the connection there.
Yeah.
To me, it was a little bit like
they're trying to make this something.
You're making fun of like Logan and stuff like that, and yet at the same time, you're like doing the same thing. Yeah. I don't know. It's a little cringy.
I feel like that's what people detracted from Deadpool. Like that's what like people that didn't like them either movie are saying. They're like, first one's supposed to be a deconstruction of the superhero genre, but they ended up making a kind of an origin superhero movie that's generic. And then this one, same thing that you're saying. It's like they're making fun of all these tropes, but they're also
doing them.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit hypocritical. And I don't know. That I felt sort of was against type of the Deadpool character. Was all that. It's just not like Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's always crazy, like with the mask on, and there's a lot of parts in this movie where it's just Ryan Reynolds with his like testicle face, however you want to call that, whatever T.J. Miller calls it, like an avocado.
Had sex with like
an older avocado.
Yeah, much angrier avocado.
That's hilarious, right? I thought T.J. Miller had a couple good little quips.
I liked him.
Little improvs. You can tell he's making this stuff up on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby legs, for example.
But we'll never see him again in a Deadpool movie.
Will we see him again in any movie?
Rip. Will we see him again in life? I don't know.
I follow him on
He seems like he's on a bender.
Is he alive right now?
He's had some rough goes recently.
Bomb threats.
But I did think it was very funny. I mean, I don't know. I laughed a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like I laughed. I just sort of let go and I accepted the meta aspect of it, and I laughed with the meta jokes, and I like that. So I can't. But at the same time, I see its faults, and the CG was bad.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of moments where you're like, this is all CG. They're like jumping around. There's like thin cars flying and like crazy shit and weird camera movements that are unnatural. And I'm like, this doesn't look real.
I did like when he was chasing that gangster and all that shit when the gangster's like running and everything's going off behind him.
Yeah.
And he just like chainsaws a guy and he's kind of like dancing.
Yes, that was great.
A great take. That was
Excellent.
gangster. I love
Excellent. Let's give our ratings and look into spoilers because I'm sure there's a few things to discuss.
Discuss.
A few things to be disgusted by.
Yeah.
Tim, what's your rating? I'm guessing a 2?
I'm going to go late 3. Maybe
oh, shit,
heavy
that's
2?
higher than your Deadpool 1 rating.
No, it's about the same. I'm going to go heavy 2, actually.
Downgraded.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Ty?
One on?
Heavy 3.
Maybe 3?
Shit.
You sound like you hated it.
Dog
No,
shit.
I didn't hate it. I just
good.
there was just missed. It was good. It was just there was just missed
Seems like a
potential.
sweetie flick. I don't know.
Yeah, I really did think you would love this.
Yeah, well, you know what? It looks like
He's grown.
yeah.
He's growing as a person.
Yeah.
I gotta go 4. Same as the first one. I like Deadpool. These 2 Deadpool movies, man. Funny.
Yeah, I'll go light 4. Light 4 to 5.
Sick.
Dope. Pretty decent.
Thank you.
Solid. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen Deadpool 2, check it out. A lot of people have seen it already. A customer at work today asked me out of the blue, "Have you seen Deadpool 2 yet? It's hilarious! Ah, I loved it."
Does he
I was
watch
like,
the podcast?
I was like, what? I was like, excuse me?
Big
Buddy,
tune
you should
in-
tell him to check us out.
tune in week.
I was like, yeah, I actually did see it.
Pretty good.
I thought that was the most random thing.
That's very weird.
Like an older
out
guy.
of nowhere.
Yeah, unprompted.
Were you wearing a Deadpool shirt?
No.
Did you have like a Deadpool something?
No. On that note, another customer to Jessica was like, you guys, I don't know why Deadpool came up. And he was like, I didn't really like the first Deadpool. You guys excited to see the new
Speaking
Deadpool?
my
Was
language.
he, was he talking to Tim?
Just Tim?
And Jessica's like, what? Unzips. And she has a Deadpool shirt on. And she's like, excuse me? Like, I love Deadpool.
Hilarious.
He was like kind of shitting on it a bit.
amazing.
hilarious.
Hilarious.
It's crazy.
That's funnier than the movie.
Yeah.
It's kinda
So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Deadpool, we're going to discuss some spoilers here. I feel like there's some fairly decent spoilers that I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, big ones.
I feel like a lot of the cameos and stuff like that are like super spoilery.
Yeah.
Whole X-Force are cameos.
I mean, not really. We saw them in the there was like an image that was released.
No. But the fact that they're just cameos, I guess, is a spoiler.
What happens to X-Force is spoiler.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, how savage was that? I love that.
Might be my favorite scene.
I love that.
I did
so
not think
much.
that was going to happen.
You guys like it?
I liked it. Yeah.
I liked
it's not
it.
like I was like laughing when it was happening. I was like, okay.
You were like enjoying it.
They did one, like, as soon as, like, Terry Crews jumped out and got hit by that bus, I was just like, oh shit, they're going to kill them all. They're all going to die right now. And so,
I didn't even think Terry Crews died. I'm like, oh, he hit the windshield.
Yeah.
Like, he had a rough landing.
But then-
and then they're like performing CPR on him. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
like, as soon as I
He
saw him hit
died.
the window and, like, there was, like, blood coming down the window, I'm like, fuck, he's dead. That's it. And then, like, every single one of them after that. Like, Peter, I
Someone
thought
flies
was
into a wood
hilarious. Yeah, and then, like, they got the acid spray, and they, like, sprays on Peter, and Peter just melts.
He's like, no, Peter, no.
And then fucking the invisible guy just, like, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt. Just,
I was like,
No.
I looked at you. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
That's I mean, I was
said
the balls
Brad
of that. Just slaughter the whole team first day out.
Brad Pitt literally has, like, 3 seconds in this movie.
Just
Not
his
even.
face.
Honestly, it was like 1 second.
Yeah,
Just
like it was
split
a
second.
catch. You had to like be watching it. If you weren't watching, like you blinked, you missed him.
I love it so much. One of the other sort of like meta cameos was when they were joking. They were in the X-Men mansion,
Right.
and they were joking how
Oh my
they
God.
can only
That was actually not
they
bad.
can only afford one X-Men or whatever. They can only get Colossus, and behind him there's like this door with all the X-Men characters, the
That
new
was
X-Men
good.
characters,
I loved that.
and one of them just reaches over and like closes the door.
Yeah, Beast just
just
closed the
closed the
door
door.
behind him. It was like,
I'm like, what? Is that really them? Like counting the faces? Yep.
I
It
was,
was.
screaming. How about this?
Like,
The
But they looked young though. Was it the young guys?
yeah.
yeah, it was the new one.
That's
And then
weird.
Peter's
That doesn't make any
Jordan
sense.
Or whatever.
Timeline.
Dude, don't even question it, man.
Well, that makes sense.
Because they're all the young ones. That's from the past.
Tim,
Deadpool
did
would
you
have
like
been
this
like
joke?
the Famke Janssen,
Tell me.
Patrick Stewart.
Don't
Drop
think
it.
about it.
Drop it.
Good
Just
point.
don't.
Yeah.
That's fucked
Just don't.
up.
Just don't.
Someone propositions someone and makes a proposition reference
Oh, then
saying that Guy Pearce was good in it.
Yes.
He
You
didn't
must have
appreciate
laughed at
that.
I lost
The
it.
dude next to us laughed at it.
Did he?
Yeah,
Preach,
and
brother.
I laughed, and not too many
Us
people
three
laughed at
were
it.
the only men in the theater.
And I was
Guy
like,
Pearce is
holy
great in that
shit.
That was amazing.
Sorry, Tyler, you haven't seen it.
What?
This movie called The Proposition.
Oh, I
They
haven't
made a
seen that.
cinephile joke.
Oh, I don't get it.
It's an Australian movie. Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
Hilarious. Should we discuss the elephant in the room? The
Yes.
end credits.
Oh.
So
Help
the
me describe
catalyst,
it.
the catalyst for the movie is Marina Baccarin's character is killed because Deadpool misses a knife throw
Couldn't save
essentially and can't save her.
Cheese spreader.
So then he kills himself, gets saved by Colossus, gets put back together, gets recruited for the X-Men team, runs into Julian Dennison, who we find out kills Cable's family in the future. So Cable has traveled back in time to kill Julian Dennison. At the end of the movie, Megasonic Warhead, Teenage Warhead, fixes the time travel device, gives it to Deadpool, and Deadpool, in a series of post-credit scenes, goes back in time and fixes a few things. One of which, he saves
Fixes.
Marina Baccarin from dying, which negates the entire movie.
To me, I hated that.
To me, that doesn't bug me. Like it's so because it's like it's
all the events in the movie probably didn't happen then.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like
That's the problem.
It's to
It's
me,
stupid.
it's like a
So
Deadpool
stupid.
post-credit scene where it's just like, is that like, did he do that? Is that going to change anything? Like, is the character actually going to be dead? Like, do we like?
And why even put it in then if it's not making a
What
difference?
does he do to save her? I don't
He kills the guy.
He just
Before,
throws a
like-
knife and kills the guy.
Yeah.
And then what?
That's
She's
it.
just alive?
Well, she doesn't
And then
die.
now
Yeah.
she doesn't die.
Which means he doesn't kill himself, which doesn't necessarily mean he won't get recruited by the X-Men and Julian Dennison still doesn't happen, but it's just stupid.
I didn't love how it negated the whole movie
Yeah.
basically. Like especially
Yeah, I never
saving
even realized.
saving Peter. I don't know, but did he save the other X-Force people?
No, he just saved Peter.
Only save Peter. I mean,
Which
that's
I
kind of
think would have
fun.
been funnier.
Sugar.
I think would have been funnier if they didn't kill Peter at all, and he's like the only team member besides like Domino that actually like survived.
And so now he's
And was like
thrown
actually
into
useful.
it.
Like
Yeah.
if he was actually useful in that final fight, that'd be hilarious. That'd be so much better.
It would be fun.
I mean, I guess they're aiming more for the X-Force characters like
The big ones, yeah.
the big ones like Cable, Domino, I guess Colossus, X-Force.
Peter.
Julian Dennison, I guess, is going to be in X-Force. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hopefully they recast him.
I really hope Peter's in it. If he's not, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh, he's got to be. I mean, we're skipping a big part of the post credits, which is he changes in another couple things.
Yeah, fixes.
Funniest.
Adam,
I-
can you describe?
Yeah.
So
It was the
perfect.
funniest post-credit scene I've ever seen. I was literally screaming. That's
Yeah.
why this didn't affect me whatsoever. I was like blacked out, like, rolling on the theater
It bothered
floor.
me, but then I was instantly started laughing because of the rest
Yeah, I
of
never
it.
even thought of like that. But so he goes into X-Men Origins. Wolverine caps the what
monstrosity
was
of
it called?
the
Ray? Yeah, his
Yeah,
like
the monstrosity.
Yeah.
So just gotta fix a few
Deadpool
things.
abomination
Project X.
just
or whatever
shoots
it
him
was
multiple
called.
times. The whole theater's like dying.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
uproarious laughter and Wolverine's just the way. I thought it was a good edit too. Like it looked perfect.
It was done well.
For a second, I was like, did they get Hugh Jackman? No, he looks too young. And then my personal favorite, the Green Lantern evisceration.
It's just perfect.
Killed.
Welcome to
My
the
career's
big
about to-
leagues, kid. Just like brains all over. Oh, I thought that was amazing. You didn't love that?
No.
What?
Come on, that
You're
was
dead
good.
inside.
That's stone cold of you,
I
man.
like smiled. I'm like, that's clever.
Really?
But I'm like,
I
also
thought
just
it was
stupid
so
because
Why?
it's just I don't like meta stuff. I guess maybe it's
What
what's
the
wrong
fuck,
with it.
dude?
Like, it's just
I thought that was, to me, that's so funny, man. I just thought it was so ballsy and like funny. Especially to have Ryan
Are we
Reynolds.
missing anything with
That was
end credits? I feel like was it-
No, there wasn't anything like huge. Like it
That
was.
was it.
Yeah, they didn't do anything like setting up for anything else.
That's it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's it.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk also. We're skirting around it before with the CG, the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
The Juggernaut.
That surprised me. I didn't expect to see the Juggernaut.
Yeah, me either.
And someone told me, I don't know if it was you, that you saw it in a headline before. And I'm like, I did not
That's
see that.
furious. They literally just put in the headline, Juggernaut's in Deadpool 2. I'm like, oh, go fuck myself, I guess. But I wish I didn't know, because that would have been awesome. I feel like it was a
You
cool
do this
thing.
to yourself, though. You read too many things.
I just scroll Twitter, and it just assaults my eyes.
Don't do that.
Don't do Twitter.
Don't do that,
Don't.
man.
Okay, I'll delete my Twitter.
Yes.
I do think the idea of Juggernaut, of them getting a character like as big as Juggernaut, pun intended, I guess. I don't know.
No.
It was a decent get, I think, for the movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like, okay,
cool.
you know, Fox is like, well, we're not going to use him. We don't want to use him for like X-Men, like proper. So here you go. You can put him in,
Shit,
put him in
take
X-Force, like, you know, as like kind of a plot device character. But the CG was atrocious.
Yeah.
Like the two of them fighting
Terrible.
was just like it was so fake to me.
What is this,
Every
like Harry
single-
Potter, like Sorcerer's Stone troll or something?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
No, that was done better.
Nah, man.
Yes.
It looked like shit. When was the last time you saw it?
2 days ago.
Booger
Trash.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I did love the gag you provided of ripping Deadpool in half. And, like, just the whole, like, Doms, wrap my arms around your shoulders, just wear me as a backpack. I love that. My girlfriend Emily was literally cackling at that. She thought it was the funniest part of the movie. And I also like the, like, bridge punch in slow-mo with the song. I thought that was awesome.
Mm.
But,
Great music in this.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like the soundtrack. They did
Yeah.
that.
And there's a ton of little, like, super quick jokes as well. Like,
I was going to say...
we're talking about a few of the, like, big moments, but it's like, you know,
Rapid
a
fire.
joke a second almost. It's
One-Eyed
like, it's
Willie
a
I didn't get
lot.
until I thought about it. I thought that was pretty funny.
I read about that
Yeah.
after. I was like, duh,
Yeah.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
But what?
Josh Brolin played a character in the Goonies, played One-Eyed Willie, named One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah.
He gets called One-Eyed Willie.
And
Oh,
the,
you
Calls him One-Eyed Willie.
Oh.
So I thought like I didn't even catch that until later.
They went with the obligatory Thanos references too, which I
Yeah.
thought was funny. But
Yeah.
Yeah. They had to.
Too
I
easy.
feel like if they
A little bit too
didn't,
easy.
It would be like I'd be pissed if
fucking
they
Just
didn't.
calling
I
him
know.
Thanos.
Yeah.
And like the whole DC stuff, I feel like there was a lot of shitting on DC, which I enjoyed.
Loved it.
That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's
I
great.
did laugh at the line actually.
Which one?
When he first fights Cable, and he's like, "Wow, you're super dark, man. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe?" I laughed at that line.
Yeah.
Excellent,
that's good.
excellent, excellent joke.
The dubstep references were good.
Oh, and they just play it like that dubstep. Like, I love that.
Alex
Yeah,
Bangarang?
I love that.
I thought that was a little cringe.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Just because Bangarang's like the most stereotypical,
Obligatory.
generic.
Yeah.
Dead,
But to me, like, that
dubstep
was
song.
like, if you're gonna use one, like, that's gonna be the
I
one.
guess.
It'd be
It
funny
was
if like
cringe.
dubstep was like a new thing like this year, but
Yeah.
they could have been making
It is
dubstep
a
jokes
dated-
from like the first movie.
Yeah, that's
No.
true.
Make more sense. It's
Like
just
dubstep's already dead. I feel
Dubstep
like.
is like literally that era of that song, like Skrillex, was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But,
Anything else you guys want to bring up
guess we
specifically?
should.
I mean, we don't need to spoil too much. I
No.
mean, well, we kind of did.
Yeah.
But we don't need to get too deep into it.
Gotta
I think
highlight
that'll do it for our review for Deadpool 2.
Electric
I
Boogaloo.
liked it. Check it out.
I fucking
Tim fucking hated it.
loved it.
Tim, where can people find us?
people can
That's
find
what
us
people want to find you
on
now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Twitter at UpReal8. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim, and on Instagram at TheCraftPundit.
Facebook. You can find us on Facebook at Upper Late Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at Real Tie.
You can find me on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAtom.
You find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion about Deadpool 2. And of course,
No.
subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And as always, keep it real.